What's up, guys? Welcome to another TLG Reacts. We're doing a live one. Had a few videos requested, so we're going to get through them. But before that, my name's Chevy.
My name's Seth.
And don't forget that we have our PlayStation Plus games. They switched this month, so now we have the Handsome Collection for Borderlands.
Handsome Jack Collection, Borderlands 2, and pre-sequel.
And Sonic Mania is the other title. And then for our game of the month, we have Path of Exile, chosen by Chris, and come back at the end of the month. We'll be talking about all those games with our shows Plus Club and Game of the Month.
And Path of Exile is free to play, so you got nothing to lose. Go fucking download it and play it.
For sure. Also, we have audio-only versions of our shows on all podcast platforms, iTunes, Spotify, whatever you prefer. So let's see. Today we are going to... Did I miss anything? I feel like I missed something there.
Discord. Link down below.
Link down below on YouTube there. I don't know if you have it on Twitch.
I don't. I probably should.
So,
I probably should, huh, guys? Hi, Chris.
So we are going to watch, due to a little bit of harassment from our community, which we love you guys.
It's expected.
Monster Hunter World Iceborne story trailer. We are also, I believe, going to watch the Pokemon Direct that just came out. And we are going to watch a little bit on Beyond Good and Evil 2. Anything that you wanted to say before we get watching these, or?
I mean, not really. Let's see. Monster Hunter, I already kind of heard about who's Twitch scrub, fucking psycho's getting them. See, this is why I typically don't have the chat showing at first when I'm talking, because I get distracted.
Makes sense.
I already heard about the monster that's in the trailer, which kind of, it sucks. I'm on Twitter all day, so fucking, of course, I find out everything, but like, what is it, fucking Glavenus, or whatever the fuck his name is, the monster with the sword for tail or whatever. He's supposed to be in the trailer. I guess I just ruined it for you as well, but or maybe it's a Roar or something. He's supposed to be in it, so that's kind of cool. I'm glad they're bringing back a lot of stuff we'll talk about once we watch the video, but I'm excited to see it. I'm glad it's a story trailer, so we can kind of get to the meat of what we're going to be getting. We've already seen it snowy. We also have seen that there's some new features, some new monsters, so it'll be kind of cool to know why the fuck we're there in the first place and see some new reveals, so that's pretty exciting. And with Pokemon, this is the first time I've been excited for Pokemon in a while, so I'm actually really excited to see this further. I mean, Switch has been killing it. Don't make me come over here. You're already there, Chris. Oh, he is. He's on YouTube now. Look at him fucking hopping around like a fucking someone who moves around a lot. I was gonna say something, but I don't know if it's offensive or not. But yeah, Pokemon, really excited for it. Can't wait to see more on it. Switch is killing it, and all the stuff they keep adding to Switch just makes it more and more a pleasure to own the thing. And then Beyond Good and Evil 2, I'm so excited for, and apparently they do these streams pretty regularly. We watched one of them before. This is the 5th one we're going to be watching, and it's probably longer than the other two, but hopefully we get some new info on it. They're not going to be at E3, which really fucking sucks. I was really hoping to see them there, so hopefully this will make up for it. I don't think it's gonna, but that was a big disappointment for me to hear. But then it got made up with knowing that Borderlands 3 will be on the floor and playable at E3, so I'm very excited for that. That's what I got to say.
Yeah, so similar with the Twitter thing, except for Pokemon for me, I've been trying to scroll past as fast as possible, but I have seen a lot of stuff for Pokemon already. Fortunately, no actual hard details about the game itself, so I do have something to take away from the video still. I've seen the legendaries at this point, though, and I've seen a couple of the new Pokemon. The Monster Hunter World one, fortunately, I've somehow dodged most of this trailer, though I have seen...
Until you talk to me.
Until I've seen random posts that Capcom or the Monster Hunter team has been posting on Twitter, though, about changes to each weapon style, but I didn't have audio on, so I'm still kind of in the dark about that. And then
Be gone, foul, evil demon, the two of you. Get the fuck out of here.
Worked all day. This is my busiest day of the week, so I am struggling a little bit.
Flustered.
So.
Wednesday sucks.
Yeah. But Beyond Good and Evil 2, like you said, we have not been like on, you know,
on top of it.
Yeah. So I'm sure whatever they show will be 100% a surprise, which will be great. We kind of do that with the live-in space game. I'm drawing a blank right now. Star Citizen. Yeah, we dabble in that every once in a while, so it ends up being a lot of information in one sitting versus like being fed constantly. So
definitely.
But I'm excited to watch all three of these actually.
Yeah, I'm excited too. The only thing that sucks is I gotta be fucking in bed like an hour ago because I gotta be up at like 6:30. So should probably get into this.
All right. Well, with that, let's start with Monster Hunter.
And yeah, just talk in the chat. We'll fucking come back to you retroactively and see what you had to say.
Yeah. Ready?
Yep.
All right, let's go.
A fair wind, just like the fifth banner. Luck's on our side.
Yeah, I can't wait to get started.
Also, as always, let us know if there's any audio issues sooner than later so we can fix it.
Nice work. The base is coming along well.
It's obvious that there would be a story to this, but I'm glad there is a story to this. So when you're doing this, it feels more like an expansion, an extended story. You're, you know, driven by more than just new monsters.
Instead of just being dropped off in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do think it's funny that everybody came with you.
Yeah. That would be a very breezy flight.
Wouldn't be Monster Hunter without some drama happening while trying to get somewhere.
Damn, you fucking cruising. Is that a different variant?
That's an ice version, yeah.
Yeah. Let's say the ice. That's cool.
Just the grapple effect. That's a cool effect.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool model.
It's cool they took something they already had and just made like a different version of it like that.
Oh, I've seen his face.
Oh, puppy. Yeah, that's that picture you guys fucking put in the Discord. At first I was looking, I was like, what is that? The new Jurassic Park?
It's cool they put them in the old zones, so that, they're not just completely useless.
I would assume you'd have access to them in other places as well. Maybe after you beat it or something, I don't know.
The Legion has said migration. In some. These notes we found. It's happening right now.
Get him.
He's fucking biting him while he's rolling through his mouth.
They're out there fighting tooth and nail.
Some good teeth.
I can't leave yet. Not when there's work to be done.
Then let's fight as part of this ecosystem, as hunters of the new world.
Do you think they'll do another one after this?
Found you.
I don't know. Would be a good way to
I'd love that.
keep the game just constantly alive.
Yeah.
They don't seem to be opposed to changing the combat system too, because they're doing that with
Yeah,
this.
which
so.
is awesome.
40 years ago, their expedition failed. So they left it to the next generation, hoping we'll succeed.
Obviously we will,
And now we're
because we're
here
awesome.
because someone believed in
No,
us.
this is the last one.
So you know what?
Last Monster Hunter.
We won't fail.
She knows.
Monster Puppy World Iceborne.
Ooh, that jiggle.
Ew, yeah. See that fucking shink? That's the blade, baby. That's the old fucking blade.
That was awesome.
Yeah, anything else?
Looks like advertising.
Yep.
Alright.
Alright, so hopping into the chat real quick. We got, I have not seen Pokemon Legendaries, but have seen their names, though. That was from earlier. My last message is being checked by mods. We don't have any active mods. Maybe I can play mod right now since this is not my stream. It's a little quiet. Okay, video audio is a little quiet, so we'll turn that up just a little bit. Let me know afterwards. Tagrex! Video audio is a tiny bit low. Legiana is Ice Elemental to start. Maybe it had some new moves. Yeah, but I don't think the original one had all the ice all over it like that. Right?
Yeah, I don't remember doing that.
Yeah, I don't remember that. Yeah, Leggy seems to have more ice on it. Okay, Chris. Could be like the Frenzy from the last game, just a biological morphism. Yeah, I assumed that because it's an ice zone, it's an ice variant of it, so it's going to be, you know, more icy, more cold. Yeah, so, well, this is your stream.
Well, you already... I would ask you your thoughts then.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm super excited on this. I always kind of love when people do videos for a game and they show, you know, you're gonna get your teaser, then you're gonna get some gameplay or whatever. And I typically prefer like a good gameplay video. A lot of times where someone explains the game, I don't need the immersion. I just want to know what I'm getting into. And then I like to get a story trailer that kind of is more thematic, more exciting to watch, gets you kind of hyped and pumped. It's kind of like that lasting effect of like, you know, before the game comes out, you're getting excited for the story and the hype of it, and it gives them a chance to give that flair. They did that with that. It was done well. I like the way it looked. I love the location. We've gone over that before though. Chris says, I'm glad it's not ignoring the old world. Yeah, and I agree with that. We kind of mentioned that when we're watching the video, seeing, you know, them back in the old world, fighting the monsters there. You know, it would be kind of a shame to not have multiple different places you can fight the same monsters. And yeah, new monsters look cool. I'm fucking excited for all of them. I'm excited for any old monsters from prior games returning, because Monster Hunter has like this cult following already, but there's also like those people who get really into the specific monsters, their favorite monsters, their top 5 monsters they love fighting or whatever, and it seems like they're really picking from that hat of the ones people love a lot, and we keep seeing you know, fan favorites coming back. So they're absolutely, first off, they know their community, they're listening to their community, and they're delivering to the community, and that's awesome to see. And again, it's also exciting because Monster Hunter World is the best looking Monster Hunter game out there by far, and to see any of those old monsters from prior games rendered in brand new graphics and a new way to fight them in new locations with your now, you know, Monster Hunter build and stuff like that, is awesome. So yeah, overall, I'm excited for this, and the thing I'm most excited about when it comes to Iceborne is it gives me a solid reason to return to the game. I keep wanting to, but I think I'd have to like get invited or something to start playing it, just because I have so many new games now that I'm playing and stuff. It's never on my mind. But when someone goes, "Oh, why don't you play? Why don't you play?" I'm like, I should. Once this is out, though, I mean, that's brand new content, brand new game. I'm going to be in playing it, so I can't wait to fucking hop in. Sago says, totally stoked. Glaveness is in this, the one monster that was at the top of my list for getting the Monster Hunter World treatment. Ooh, is that what the glowing shink was? Yeah, that's what everybody keeps speculating, which would make sense, because you get that blade cut and then his roar. So, and then the last one, we got the Tigrex roar. So, yeah, I think we're getting those guys. So I'm wondering what else we'll be getting. It's kind of cool they're throwing 2 fan favorites into there. So, yeah, what do you think?
I mean, it is really neat. They have already shown some gameplay in the past. There's a little bit of gameplay sprinkled in there as well. It was nice to get a story trailer.
It was all CG, dog.
I also like that they have been, for people who want more of like the in-depth like tech, you know, side of the combat, stuff like that. They have been releasing that stuff, like I said, individually for each weapon type. So it is also neat. Obviously, it's put more in a cinematic way, but being able to see all the new monsters added and their interactions, even with the old monsters, like we saw. And I'm awful with the names, but when we had the 2 fighting in the Rotten Vale, and that was really awesome to see. And then him stopping the other one mid-roll. I'm very excited to see more of those interactions between the different monsters as part of the
Yeah, I love that.
yeah, I would say it's one of the one things they decided to do with this game, and I really appreciate it because it takes a lot of work for them to have those kind of interactions, the animation, and make sure the models don't clip and stuff like that. And it shows that they cared about that when they decided to add that feature, and they didn't half-ass it. So, Turf Force, thank you. Yeah, so I'm excited for that, 100%. And yeah, need to get in and get warmed up before this comes out, though, because
Yeah,
the
me too.
last thing I want to do is hop in, fight some new monsters without remembering how to play anymore.
I'm new again.
Yeah, exactly. So
Don't fucking kill me.
So yeah, if you're watching this after the fact and you're on YouTube, leave a comment below on what you thought about that trailer. So,
And what fan favorite or your favorite monster would you like to see added to this as well? And are you fucking pumped? Are you stoked? You better be. Yeah.
So next we're gonna move into the Pokemon Direct that was on the 5th of June. Since we are watching this technically on the 6th now. And we already kind of went into it, but you want to say real quick any anticipation or thoughts on this before we watch it?
Go into OBS and make sure to switch over.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm super excited for this. I'm already sold on it just from seeing it being reintroduced to Pokemon after so many years of trying to get back into it, not being able to. This might be able to do it. Hopefully there's some info here that can get me super excited even more so, because as of right now, like I said, I'm already kind of sold on the game. So, you know, as long as they don't fuck that up by going, oh, there's no battles in the game, you know, I think I'll most likely pick it up. I'm looking for Switch games to buy. I mean, like, I love the thing so much that I keep looking for any game I can pick up for it. So
Yeah. I'm actually really happy that you're looking forward to this one, because I am a person who plays pretty much every Pokemon game.
someone to trade with.
No, not so much.
You want someone to battle. You want to fucking murder me.
No, but it is nice to be able
brother.
to have someone, like, for example, if you were to get into it enough, there are certain types of Pokemon to trade, like if you were to get shinies and stuff like that, depending on how into it you decide to get. So, not expecting that, but other than that, we said it on the show a million times, but the Switch is kind of like the perfect ecosystem to bring those mobile games and still keep the mobile audience, because the system's mobile, and then also bring it to a TV audience, which is more like Cessball Park, for example, where you can sit down and play it. So I'm very excited that they decided to make a lot of the games that I would expect to stay on DS. And Pokemon is definitely like one of those ones, I think, for years that people have been like, I want to play it on my TV. So,
For the record, I am a big enough screen to see and good functionality in my hands, whatever that happens to be, mouse or keyboard or controller, not a little baby fucking plastic thing in my hand with a little baby screen that I got my fucking eye locked into to see.
Right.
Whereas the Switch is the perfect hybrid for that.
It's a good amount of real estate. So, all right.
Yeah, that screen, they fucking upgraded a shitload from the 3DS to that. It's not even like a slow upgrade. That's a big ass screen.
You think Monday they'll show the new Switch?
No.
All right. We'll find out.
I think they might talk about it possibly.
All right. Let's get into this. And action.
Welcome to Pokemon Direct. I'm Ishihara from the Pokemon Company.
Hello.
Today, I would like
Looking
to provide
at the
latest
audio real
news
quick.
about
I'm going to turn it up
Pokemon
just a little
Sword
bit for
and
you guys.
Pokemon
Let me
Shield
know.
games. To begin,
How
please take a look at this
do
video.
The audio levels compare.
Should be fine.
All looks good.
You guy's an asshole. I can tell.
Here's your Grookey.
Grookey, baby!
All the animations are good.
Oh, I love Grookey. I love it. Fuck the other two. is.
Whoa, yeah, the guy on the right was awesome.
Let's go back. Let's look at this shit. Okay, so I love the thing in the middle because it's fucking angry, and it looks like it shouldn't be.
I've seen the sheep all over Twitter, and people. One guy was like, "I need an army of them."
Oh yeah, me too. That guy, me and him need to talk.
But this one on the right, I really like the style. Obviously, stats and stuff are gonna matter, but visually,
They're also pissed.
I like the one thing that's been kind of weird about Pokemon is like the style. You could tell there's a point there where they're kind of like, yeah, I don't know what we're doing, and then these look good.
As a person who kind of dipped out of fucking Pokemon, especially when things started almost looking like aliens and the art style kind of changed, I really fucking hated it. This is starting to remind me of some of the older designs, which I'm kind of digging. There's like a simplicity, but also like an influence from actual animals and their own ideas or whatever. And then later, like you said, Gen 5 or the fuck, it really seemed like whoever was designing them ran out of inspiration, started drawing like anime aliens, and then
And
it
a
seems
literal
like
pile of garbage.
yeah, and fucking and so whoever is doing that, or if it's the same person, found fucking still got the groove back. I don't know, but the designs are a lot better. But this one on the left is really interesting. Looks like a fucking ice cream cone with Ariel's hair, and then this dude on the right looks like he trucks. And then, the one in the middle is second favorite after Grookey.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah. I'm very happy with him.
Oh, dude, yeah, I love the way this looks. It's about time that,
Seen that all over too.
So these two are new?
No, the bird was.
Oh, okay. We're a pissed off mean crow.
Pretty sure it's a steel flying kite.
Oh, dude, I love these environments. See, this is exciting for me. This is like, oh shit. Let's go back. Hold on. Sorry, we should probably watch this and then go back and do all the clicking, but you guys will understand. So it looked like we had like a BMX bike and like a fucking paddle bike for water.
Yeah.
I love that the Pokemon are actually out roaming and stuff. What I was going to say though is this kind of reminds me of like when Monster Hunter World was coming out. I was really excited because I was like, finally it's getting the fucking like console treatment.
Yeah.
It's getting bigger and better and awesome looking. Finally it can be enjoyed by like, well, Pokemon's enjoyed by fucking everybody. but you know what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
So I'm seeing this, I'm like, oh fuck, finally we're getting like where Pokemon should be. Good looking with, more ambitious ideas and stuff. Got some fishing going on here.
Oh yeah.
Some shaking trees. Some evil lasers. What, group battles? Oh, it's a raid boss dog.
Are they trying to one-up Mega Evolutions? Yeah, this must be new.
What? The old Mega Ball.
I don't think it's Raid Battle. I'm pretty sure it's just their new thing to add.
This song's a banger, dude. Oh my god.
I got a groupie.
Fucking Mega Group. Ew. This is a giant Pokemon, man. Oh, he's a dork. What a fucking dork. That was sick.
That was cool.
Hello, I'm Masuda from Game Freak.
Hi, I'm Omori from Game Freak.
And I am just a freak.
What did you think of the video?
This guy took over.
Today,
on the
we would
right.
like to deliver the latest news
guy
on
looks like he
Pokemon
fucking
Sword
took
and
over.
Pokemon
I'm
Shield
pretty
to
sure his
all of
first
you
one
around
was
the
on
world, right here
Sun and
from
Moon. I
Game
could be
Freak's
wrong, though.
offices where development is underway.
They do look like parade balloons. That's what I was thinking too.
You can take on the role of the main character.
Maybe they're
who
watching one of
resides
those
in the
fucking
Galar region.
parades, and
After
that's where they get the
choosing
inspiration
Grookey,
from.
Scorbunny, or Sobble as your first partner Pokemon, you will embark on an adventure to become the champion. Your journey will take you through vast and lush grasslands, towns in which you will find humans and Pokemon working together, and many other locations
baby.
filled with rich personality.
Pokemon battles are the most popular form of entertainment in the Galar region. Stadiums across the Galar
Dogfights.
region are frequently filled with cheering crowds that have gathered to witness battles between gym leaders and challengers. The excitement of these battles is often broadcast on television in the Galar region as well. The most exciting part of visiting a new region is, of course, encountering Pokemon that you've never seen before.
Give me the new Pokemon.
To tell you more about some
Oh,
of the
he's
Pokemon that
chubby.
reside in the Galar region, I'd like to hand it over to James, the art director on these games.
Hey, Jamie. Hello, I'm James Turner from Game Freak. I worked as the art director
You
for
need a
these
jump
games.
cut for that?
There are a lot of never-before-seen Pokemon that await you in the Galar region, but allow me to introduce you to just a few of them. The first Pokemon I'd like to show you is Wooloo.
His name's Wooloo.
This Pokemon's
Dope.
defining characteristic is its fluffy fur, which is treasured by weavers in a town in the Galar region, who use it to craft
A
popular
dude who's not good at
specialty
talking.
goods.
That's what those jump
This
cuts are.
Pokemon here is Gossifleur, the flowering Pokemon.
Nope.
Gossifleur favors places with clean air and water, and its pollen is said to have healing properties.
Like the way it looks.
This next
But
Pokemon
Wooloo's a way better
is
name.
called Dreadnought, the
It would
bite
be.
Pokemon. The sharp and jagged
I
edges
swear
of its jaw
the shiny
allow it
version
to
doesn't make
bite
him
off
look like a
chunks
turtle. I'm
of
really
rock
sad.
and iron. Its
Like a dark
vicious
green and
nature
red
makes
colors.
it a difficult Pokemon to tame for all but the most experienced trainers. This Pokemon that can be seen flying steadily through the sky
Thing's huge.
is called Corviknight.
Ooh, I like the
Puts
name.
its skills to use when working
Call my characters
as a
Corvus
flying
Art, so
taxi,
it's
which
weird.
will take the player back to any town
that's
he
why
or
he's big.
she has previously visited.
Like a taxi service.
As many of you already know, some Pokemon can evolve, changing their appearance
Can
and
they?
becoming stronger in the
I had
process.
no idea. Never heard of it.
Gossifleur is one of these Pokemon. When Gossifleur evolves,
I hope I like the evolution animation. That's cool. Look at
it
that.
becomes Eldegoss.
Oh, yeah. I love
As
that
you
thing.
can see, there are now small seeds scattered across its fuzzy head.
It's
These
fuzzy
seeds
head.
are said to promote growth in plants and can revitalize both people and
I'm sold.
Pokemon.
I'm sold on this game.
That's all I can show you this time.
That's it? What else you got?
There are lots more Pokemon living in the Galar region for you to discover.
Hello from Estonia. I
course,
loved your
you can look
Cyberpunk
forward to
2077
finding many
reaction.
Pokemon you're
Thank you very
already
much.
familiar with.
Thank you.
I'm glad people still bring
I
that
hope
video
you're
up.
as
I'm glad you
excited
guys
as
really
we
enjoyed
are
that.
to
I
encounter
can't
the
wait to talk
amazing
about that game
variety
more
of
during
Pokemon
E3.
that inhabit the
100%.
Galar region.
Drag Queen Pokemon. No way evolutions. Holy shite.
Meeting lots of Pokemon is one of the thrills of the adventure. And where you will find the widest variety of Pokemon out of anywhere in the Galar region is in a place called the Wild Area.
Ooh.
This wild area stretches between cities and is filled with abundant nature as far as the eye can
Is this supposed
see.
to be like a sandbox type
Different
area?
Pokemon can appear depending
like
on
it.
where you are and what the weather is like, meaning there will be new discoveries for you each day. Some of you may already have noticed, but while adventuring through this area,
Especially the main
you have
guy, he's
control
very
over
serious.
the camera, allowing you to better search for items and Pokemon. Search far and wide in the tall grass, in the skies above,
Welcome
and
to the
even in
wet
lakes,
area.
for you never know what you might find. In certain locations in
Welcome
the Galar
to the
region,
dry area.
a new phenomenon can be triggered that makes a Pokemon giant in size and gives it incredible strength. This phenomenon
Billy,
is
when
called
you're-
Dynamaxing. Dynamaxing opens up new
When you're out
possibilities in the
and you
heated
talk to a
battles
random
performed
person,
by
you need to
trainers
turn
and their
and run.
Pokemon.
There's your.
For more
Jumbo
details, I
Pokemon
would like
mode.
to turn it over to Iwao,
Dynamax
the planning
babies.
director for the games.
Whew. That's too big.
Hi, I'm Iwao from Game Freak and the planning director for Pokemon
It looks like he
Sword
got yelled
and
at
Pokemon
recently.
Shield. Let me tell you more about the new Dynamax feature, which will surely bring about all new strategies to Pokemon battles.
Yeah, no shit. You can
Pokemon
fill
from the
the whole place
Galar
up
region
with
can
fucking
Dynamax to
So
not
is that
only
just
become massive in size,
racing
but also
Mega
boost their power.
Evolutions?
All the moves they know turn into powerful max moves.
Get him.
Dynamaxing can be used once per battle. However, the Pokemon will revert to normal after 3 turns. So,
So no
you need
shit
to
button.
choose wisely when to trigger it.
Yeah, it's like a fucking
Mastering Dynamax will be key to becoming a full-fledged Pokemon trainer in these games. Remember that wild area we told you about? If you connect
Yeah,
to other
I do
players,
remember it.
you'll find more ways to play there. One of these new
like a
multiplayer
limit break.
features is called Max Raid Battles, in which 4
It is
Pokemon
multiplayer,
trainers
and it is a
join
raid.
forces
I
to challenge
fucking
wild
told you.
Dynamax Pokemon.
That's awesome. That has like a.
In Max Raid
A
Battles,
multiplayer mode
the
like
wild
that.
Dynamax
Called it.
Pokemon keeps its giant form for the
Multiplayer's always just
entire
been
battle.
trading and battling.
Yeah,
so.
I'm
Not
all
only
about
that,
it.
it
I'd
also
love
has special
some
powers that
cooperative
make it an
fucking Pokemon
extremely
action.
formidable opponent. Only one of these 4 players who have teamed up for the Max Raid battle will be able to Dynamax their Pokemon in each battle. So coordinating
I'm
with your
oddly
team
really
will be
pumped for
crucial
this
when
game.
taking on these powerful
He has some
wild
neat ideas in here. I'm really.
Oh my god, what the fuck is that?
I can't remember. His
If you
name.
and your allies manage to
Honey
emerge
Baby.
victorious, you will get a chance
Let's
to
see.
capture the
This is
Pokemon
over
in a truly
700 Pokemon.
dynamic
Yeah, I
battle.
should buy Honey Baby.
The Pokemon that you can take on in Max Raid battles also vary depending on where you are in
Yeah.
the wild area and the state of the
That's
weather.
terrifying.
Among these
That is
different
terrifying.
Pokemon are some that can only
Those
be
are those mountains in
caught
the
after
back
you
of
defeat
Mario.
them in Max Raid battles. So we hope trainers will join forces
Where's the,
and test their
where's the
skills
Wobbuffet?
against a
I
variety
wanna
of
see a giant
Pokemon.
Wobbuffet.
Max Raid Battles feature strategic cooperative 4-player gameplay against a single Pokemon, which is a first for the main series of Pokemon games.
Oh, I'm all about it.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's going to be a ton of fun to use your Nintendo Switch system's local wireless functionality
Yeah,
to
you
tackle
do.
these battles with friends in person and experience the excitement together. You can also connect with other players over the internet to enjoy
Okay,
playing
good.
with
I would
other
say I'm all
trainers
about the
from
local
all
shit,
around
but
the globe.
need options.
So I hope you'll try Max Raid Battles with all sorts of other players.
He said local without internet though, which is kind of cool.
That is cool. Nintendo's always been good about that, though.
Yeah.
Next, I would like to introduce some of the people you'll encounter on your adventure.
Show me.
I thought you said shill
This
me.
guy is the greatest trainer in the Galar region, and also the current
They're gonna start
champion.
paying you to
His
fucking tell
name
people?
is Leon. In a region
the
where
champ.
Pokemon battles are so widely enjoyed,
He's a dork.
his undefeated record in official matches is all the more incredible.
He's got fucking soccer shorts
His
on over
popularity
some
is only
tights.
enhanced by his shining personality, winning him the adoration of trainers across the region. It's no exaggeration to say that
stomping
he is
hard.
the most prominent trainer in all of Galar. The champion has a
Just
younger
your avatar
brother
in this one,
who
too?
also happens to be one of your
I don't
rivals.
know. It seemed like it because when
His
I showed
name
the
is
raid
Hop.
earlier, it showed multiple different people.
Hop dreams to one day
your
become
rival.
champion, just like his
Yeah,
elder brother.
told you he's an
And
asshole.
he trains vigorously every day towards this goal. His journey through the Galar region begins on the same day as yours. On
have
your
those
journey,
eyebrows and
you
that
and Hop will
smile.
receive a great deal of support from these 2 characters. Professor Magnolia is the professor of the Galar region
good they
and
went with an older
specializes in
professor again.
researching the
I got a
Dynamax
little weirded out
phenomenon.
with the
Sonia
the
is her
super young
granddaughter
one in
and
the,
also serves as her assistant. Their abundant wisdom and sound
God, I
advice
can't
will
remember
surely
the
come in
Paris
handy
theme
throughout
ones
your
now.
adventure.
the last one you actually bought.
Oh yeah.
The super young professor on that one.
Next, I would like to talk about the Pokemon gyms in the Galar region. You and your rival will need to take on the Pokemon gyms throughout the region in order to achieve your goal of becoming champion. These gym stadiums are constructed in very special locations
my
that allow
God,
for
I love
Pokemon
it.
to be Dynamaxed.
thing's huge.
The gym leaders also
Oh,
have
fucking-
extremely powerful Dynamax Pokemon on their teams. So you will
Oh,
need to
dude, yeah, that's
some
why
of
I
your
love
own.
Grookey. He's not opposed to using a fucking weapon.
Battles
gonna
between
beat
two
someone's ass with a
Dynamax
stick.
Pokemon are explosive and will
I'll take
cause
that
the
shit.
energy and excitement
Oh,
in
well.
the stadium to reach its peak.
Super
Let me
Saiyan
introduce one
Grookey,
of the
baby.
gym leaders to you. This is the grass-type expert, Milo. This gym leader is
Gains,
all about
baby.
enjoying battles alongside his trustworthy Pokemon, and you will have to overcome his tenacious fighting style to continue your journey.
Him, baby.
Look
His
forward to
freckles are
facing
moving
many
on his
more
face.
heated battles against gym leaders over the course of your adventure.
We've shown off quite a bit today, but I have one more video I would like you to see. Please take a look.
Poster children.
Uh-oh. Not actual game footage. Oh, yes, I saw recorded.
Legendaries.
Yeah. People are comparing that to Dark Souls because one of the bosses.
Looks like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, not cartoony. But
I'd be pissed if I had a fucking shield on my face. You know, everybody wants the fucking sword one.
The two Pokemon you saw in the video just now are in fact legendary Pokemon of the Galar region, called Zacian and Zamazenta.
Whew, those are easy to say.
Look forward to discovering for yourself just what role Zacian and Zamazenta will
He
play in
did.
the
He did
story.
block that fucking sword with his beard.
I wonder who the mythical's going to be then.
I hope you enjoyed today's Pokemon Direct. Of course, what we revealed today is just a
That was
small
like
part of
horrid.
what you will find in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield.
Yeah, I'm not in love with either
There
of
are
them,
many
to be
more
honest.
Pokemon and
but
interesting
the sword one's
characters
better.
for you to discover in the Galar region.
We're putting everything we've got here at Game Freak into making Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield a game that
Kinda
everyone
watching
around the
that guy
world
rock.
will enjoy.
Please look forward to it.
Ah!
Thanks to all of our guests from Game Freak. Finally, I would like to announce the release date. Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield will be available
Except-
on
God
November
damn it.
15th,
Screw this year.
2019
Too many
as
games,
a global
man.
simultaneous
Holiday season's
release.
going to suck.
And starting today, you can pre-order
Well,
a
there you
special
go.
double pack. Stay tuned for more information. I hope you will look forward to your new Pokemon adventure in the Galar region.
That guy looks tired, man. Looks like he's worn
Thank
out.
you for watching.
Too much Pokemon.
Yeah, I bought the double pack a couple times for the last couple games. Oh, no. Just Sun and Moon. Alright. We kind of talked through it, but, you know, thoughts?
I'm really excited for it. Everything I'm seeing on it looks awesome. I'm glad to see some kind of cooperative gameplay in that raid. The fucking Dynamax shit is neat. I'm glad it's not
Straight
just
out of the 80s.
Yeah. It's kind of neat that it's kind of like a fucking ultimate move that you get 3 turns with. And yeah, the environments look cool. I like that there's different Pokemon based off weather and time of day, I think, and different locations, stuff like that. The legendaries or whatever. I'm not super in love with the way they look, but you know, they're fine. They're not horrible. But most of the new Pokemon designs I think are actually really good, which is weird to say. I liked every single one of them to different degrees. Grookey's the best though, with his fucking stick. Yeah, I think so. And yeah, I actually can't wait to pick this up. I will definitely play this because it's a modern Pokemon game, and I'm really fucking excited for that.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I'm my biggest things that I'm looking forward to with this one is the cooperative mode. I think is a great addition. It's something that Pokemon has been missing for 8 generations. And the legendaries, I want to see like in game because their CG stuff is always really stiff, anyways. And I want to see what their like actual animation stuff look like. The designs are really kind of goofy looking, but we'll see how they actually function in game.
I'm sick of seeing Dynamax in the chat
over and over again. Yeah, I mean,
if that's true, that's funny. Fucking Dynamax makes motorhomes.
Someone Googling it or something?
I don't. Chris is either lying to us like an asshole, or he actually knows.
Dynamax Wailord. Yeah. You know, I think actually, speaking of Dynamax Wailord, I'm pretty sure I saw a meme on Twitter about him crushing the earth. So,
fuck is that?
It's a giant whale. Think like the Whale Mountain, like Final Fantasy. It's already like a giant Pokemon, and then Dynamax it'd be big enough to crush the earth. So,
Chris did the Google.
Yeah, he did. Wow, we don't need to know that. All right.
I do.
Yeah, overall, I'm excited. Psycho did bring up a good point that depending on the price of that, buying the bundle would just be a cheaper way for both of us to just get the game. So.
Oh yeah. I didn't see that.
So yeah, like with the last video, if you are watching this after the fact, down in the comments below, feel free to let us know what you thought about Pokemon. Which one are you looking forward to the most? Which version do you think you're going to pick up? And what do you want to see? I'm going to just get whatever the opposite you are, because honestly, I don't care.
I'll be getting Sword, so
I'll just get Shield.
Obviously. You think I'm going to fucking pick... You think I'm going to pick up fucking Shield? Are you serious?
The legendary thing, I'll probably use them a little bit, but I do believe they have a new system called Pokemon Home coming out, which is going to connect all your Pokemon games to one cloud-based service that includes Pokemon Bank, and I already have like 500 and some Pokemon in my bank, so I will just bring them over and see what they look like in that game. Yeah. So that'll be really cool. Cool. All right.
Psycho says I want the bearded dog.
Well,
I knew as soon as I talked shit about that thing, he was gonna be all about it.
Tell you what, me and Psycho will have beard dog, and Chris and Seth will have the sword dog.
Good. Team Seth and Chris, the best team.
The last video we're gonna watch is Beyond Good and Evil 2 Space Monkey Report number 5. This is a longer video, so depending on how it goes, we may stop it early.
Yeah, if it drags on into some shit that we don't really care about, we'll end it, because I should have been in bed a while ago, but I'm also a sucker for punishment, so.
You know, so just real quick, what thoughts? I mean, I know we're both anticipating this big time, so.
OBS.
Yep,
that's
OBS.
my thoughts.
Yeah.
Switch over to video.
Yeah.
Yeah, super excited for this game. Outside of Cyberpunk 2077, this is honestly not as much hype, but it is one of my most hyped games. You know, obviously Cyberpunk is top of that. Fuck, I can't wait for that game. But this game, from what I've seen of it so far, the art style, the passion I'm seeing put into it, the almost impossible chance of it being made, and now it is being made, and with the promise of multiplayer, being sci-fi, and just the scope and scale of it, I'm so fucking pumped for it. And I love the like I said, the art style. The first game had, you know, its art style that was cartoony looking, whatever, and somehow they've translated that over into like a realistic looking visual style, but it also still feels like it's in the same universe. And so, you know, any info on this game I can get, I want. So really excited.
For sure. It's definitely something, you know, obviously want to keep my eyes on. I don't want to keep my eyes on it too much, because I like getting the information in these large chunks, or even just being surprised in general. I am looking forward to seeing more of this, especially in like a gameplay sense. They have shown a little bit, but like it's always been like tech demos.
Yeah, tech demo for sure.
And I want to see some practical gameplay. That'd be really cool. Other than that, I mean, the CG trailer they gave us, completely awesome, proof concept.
Oh, so fucking good.
Yeah, and then the tech demo where we saw them, like, it was essentially showing like the ships and being able to move around, and then worlds and all that stuff, and then talking a little bit about their idea of the game. was really neat. So we've skipped a bunch of these, so this is going to be all new, like I said earlier.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add?
I'm also really excited about this game because Ubisoft has its wheelhouse of tried and true games, or at least brand names that they can carry over, and you pretty much know what you're getting into. This isn't that.
Yeah.
They made, back in the day, an experimental game that had a small cult following, and now we're getting a sequel to that is not the same game. So this is really a AAA made game that you can't really know what it's going to be.
For sure.
And that's really exciting to me. And it's also really exciting that it's, sounds weird, but like French made, because it's going to have, and it's Ubisoft, so all their games are technically French made because they're being published by Ubisoft, but the developers are all over the place. But this is like, I always really love French cinema, French animations. There's a certain flair about what they do. There's a certain life to what they add to any kind of creative project that I've seen. That I mean, even their music. You know, I can't wait to see just how weird this game's going to be with, you know, the cross of like animal people and people in a sci-fi world. Like it just, it's fucking really cool. It's interesting.
Yeah, and I think it's a good point with the it being French made, because, you know, obviously we get a lot of American made games, we get a lot of Japanese games.
We're starting to get games from Poland and Germany and stuff,
and they all have different feel. Like playing The Witcher feels completely different than playing you know, like a Last of Us, then a Nier Automata. You know, they all have different quirks and things about them, different focuses that obviously they work on. And it's really neat to kind of see where their minds are in comparison to the rest of the world.
Different cultures, different philosophies, things that they're going to think of because the way they are versus, you know, the way we are, different priorities, stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, if you look at Japanese games versus, like, you know, Western games, the philosophies are different. You know, Japanese games typically put more thought into new features rolling out throughout the whole game experience, as opposed to here it's more about you pretty much have what you have, and then you're going to unlock you know, new guns and perks and stuff like that as you go through it. Whereas in a Japanese game, a new feature to the whole game will show up 50 hours into the fucking game.
Change the entire game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So gameplay is such a huge factor in a lot of Japanese made games, and in Western games it's more about the immersion and the experience and how cinematic you can make the game, how larger than life you can do it and shit. So
yeah,
and that's, you know, with all of them. So just like the fucking Witcher, when you're talking about that, you know, there's been so many fantasy games that have come out where they're like, this is an adult fantasy, this is mature fantasy, this is dark fantasy. Witcher is one of the only series that I actually feel like meets that statement of going like, this is a mature fantasy, because it is. It feels,
I'd agree with that.
It feels very mature. It feels like a book. It feels deep and you know, something that I don't think you'd really get from someone like Bethesda. Well, you're definitely not getting it from Bethesda now because they don't make anything worth playing really anymore. But you know, any person making like a Western fantasy game. So yeah. I know I kind of went off on a thing, but just, you know, really wanted to dive into that idea of culture playing a part in game development.
Well, I mean, it's a huge part. I mean,
yeah, I don't think you never hear anyone talk about it, though.
No,
that's what makes this channel so great.
You know, me and you grew up watching, even just movies and shows from all over the world too, and so we kind of got used to getting that taste of different cultures in that regard, and it's really cool to see how big gaming has become, and being able to get that same kind of taste, especially with being able to just download games if a company can't afford to make a physical copy and do the import costs and stuff like that. So it is very cool. We're, you know, able to experience so much these days, so very awesome. But we're here for Beyond Good and Evil 2. Let's get into it, huh?
Would you ever be interested in going back and playing the first Beyond Good and Evil?
I mean, on paper, yes, ideally I would, but realistically, it probably wouldn't happen.
What if you played this one and you loved it?
I'd probably have more incentive to go back and because this is a prequel to the first game, right? Yeah, so
I believe so.
Yeah. I don't know if it's like necessarily a story prequel as much as the events happened before the events of the first game.
Then it was revealed at the end of that initial cinematic trailer that Jade seemed like a bad guy almost.
Yeah.
She's like the main character of the
Original game, yeah. Now I'm getting all mixed up. But, I mean, yeah, a little bit. But it's really hard to say without, you know.
Being psychic.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Let's get into it.
Let's go. As always, let us know about the volume.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Space Monkey Report number 5. I'm hereby joined by Gabriel Schrager, narrative director.
Hi, everyone.
Emile Morel, associate creative director.
Hello, everyone.
And Guillaume Brunier.
Hello, everybody.
And I'm Charlotte.
Those would be statues. I don't think we call
Of
it
the
a
Woods.
figure.
Hey, Charlotte.
We said we wouldn't do that joke.
But we did.
I'm a community developer on the game, together with Kevin Irwin. I'm just going to go through what we're going to be talking about today. First, Guillaume will be doing an update on the game's development. Then Michel, Emile, and Gab have been working on a player story that they will be able to tell you, supported by very cool concept art pieces. And after that, we'll be doing a small bit about our partnership with Trait Record. And last but not least, we'll have a small surprise for you guys. But to start off, let's talk about the game, where we're at.
About Space Monkeys first.
We can talk about Space Monkeys as well.
I want to talk about Space Monkeys.
When they talk,
I want to talk
you
about
kept saying
you guys
they. I was like, okay.
You are now 600.
What about now?
In the program.
Wow.
So it's a big crowd, and we're very proud to have you all behind the game and the development of the game. And by the way, welcome to everybody who joined since the last stream that we did back in December. So welcome to you guys.
These are pretty spaced out.
Enjoy this stream. So no E3 this year. As many of you know, BGN2 is not going to be present in Los Angeles next week. The reason for this is we are hard at work with the team, focusing on core development milestones. So for the time being, for this stream, expect from us world updates, character updates. Emile and Gab will share you some very cool stuff in the next few minutes, but not so much gameplay footage. We've shared a lot of gameplay footage back last time with our demo, so today don't expect too much of that. Space Monkeys, something that I wanted also to say again is that
if the mic was in her mouth, it'd be fine. Their mics are odd. Bump them up a little.
When the time is right, when we're ready, as part of the
Pick
program,
a direction,
we'll
Chris.
keep our promise so that you guys are the first to get your hands on when
I bumped them up a little.
So as Charlotte said, a bit of an update on the team, on the dev. So the team is getting bigger and bigger. We are currently 5 studios working on BGN2. Namely Barcelona, Bordeaux, Sofia, Mainz, and Montpellier. So that's a lot of people working on the game. And by the way, hello everyone in the studios.
Hola.
Hola, yes. We're very happy to announce that we'll be soon joined by another studio, Ubisoft Paris studio, who will soon be part of the Ubisoft of the BGN2 studio family. So again, welcome everyone.
Coucou les Parisiens, bienvenue.
Hello,
Growing, huh?
So
bienvenue.
Is getting bigger, and that's good. In order to support and to fit this ambition of BGN2, in Montpellier especially, we are and we have actually built a new studio. So we're going to be moving in the next 2 weeks.
Can't wait.
We can't wait to move to our new offices.
Ubisoft must think they're doing something right.
They've been built from the ground up.
They're
so
growing and moving.
Fancy, it's gonna be nice, and everybody at the studio is very excited to move to that studio. That means that
I keep not even fucking noticing her until she moves. She looks like that pig in the back.
The couch with us? Yes,
I think we're taking the couch.
So we'll make sure we have a nice spot, a nice place in the new studio in Montpellier to have the live stream regularly, etc. So here a sneak peek at where we're going to be working from.
A sneaky peek.
So that's our new home very soon.
And we will have more space over there.
Yeah, more space and an inside garden, as you can see on the image. So yeah, lots of good stuff coming for the dev in the next few months. Charlotte, back to you.
Very
explain
cool.
why they're 3 is moving.
Back to you, Charlotte.
Well, they said even before that they're just putting a lot of work into the game right now.
So we talked about Space Monkeys. We've been asking on the chat where you guys were from, and we've got quite a few answers. Is BG2 out yet? Which is an amazing Twitter account. Is from France. So bonjour. We have Point Blank from Sweden. We have Delphos Play from Spain. A bunch of people from the US. Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us today. So over the past few months, we've been releasing blogs on our websites to talk about some of the concepts that make our world, and we've been asking you what you
Guy in the middle just looks so happy to be there.
how you projected yourself in that universe.
Maybe he's stoned.
Some of your feedback
Maybe.
regarding Naraka
Every time they say stuff, it's just like,
yeah,
has been that
this is awesome.
you wanted to free up the slaves. I think all of you guys feel for those clones and hybrids that are stuck into the mines. So we got Chronox2, who told us that he would free up the slaves and he would get them to help him collect resources. We got Normally, who said he would
like he wasn't supposed to be in that stream, and they did a raffle.
And then we also got some
I get to be on the video. C'est très bon.
I was saying typical Ubisoft studio fashion.
Super.
They are constantly communicating with their community.
Those reactions, those posts, is how much people get, this world we're currently building, how much they understand it, and their ideas, actually, what they come up with is pretty close to the things we are imagining ourselves put in the game. Yeah, exactly, it fits completely, so it's always impressive to read those posts.
Something else that we talked about was also
Come on, j'envoie soin. Let me be on the stream.
Exploring that city.
Oui.
We had very cool feedback from Yuna, who said that she wanted to start in Ganesha City because she would love to see all the people and cultures mixing together. Krylos also wanted to start in Ganesha City for some very different reason. His opinion is that he would be hitting the nearest brewery for that sweet hybrid ale.
Yeah, so we're waiting for that, the secret ingredients to the hybrid ale.
Yeah,
please share.
Maybe it's a recipe that
Her accent's very thick.
has got going. I mean,
Yeah.
him and alcohol have got a story together.
She's got bottles, right?
Plenty, and we know the secret ingredient.
Love.
Yeah.
No.
Nice. Yeah. Nice. How do you do voice acting?
It's alive.
Someone else, though, Harmon Express, mentioned that they would like to start in Naraka because it was more of a high-risk, high-reward kind of place, and that would make him a legend if done right. Becoming a pirate legend is actually what it's all about. And actually, Emile and Gab are going to be talking a little bit over that, our world, and how you go from being a clone to something very different.
Yes. Great introduction.
That's right, Psycho. That's right.
So we're going to have a look at some of the unbelievable concept art that our concept artists have put together specifically for the live stream. And we start at the very beginning, and all of the entire population of System 3 starts in a room like this, in this very sterile, cold room, which happens to be the laboratories where Chimera Corporation, the corporation who are the masters of life, that populate the entire world. So every one of us is a clone in this world, and we start looking like that.
Every living creature is actually coming out from one of those Chimera Corporation laboratory, very white, scary, sterile environment. So this is basically where life is happening in System 3, because you have no natural birth in this universe, only clones engineered, created in those laboratories. On the next image, you will see that after this creation of this skeleton, actually, this skeleton being printed, assembled in this factory, you now have the skin, the flesh, the organs
is really good.
On this clone, this hybrid monkey clone. We talked about this with Michel. It was super important for us to have an hybrid monkey, actually, an hybrid character on this image. We could have put human clones, because we will also have human clones in this universe. But it was important for us to have an hybrid here
in this
to
part
show
of the
you that
universe.
hybrids are not an alien species or whatever. They are really created characters in laboratories, creatures that
The
are
Monkey King.
basically, scientists have been crossing human DNA with animal DNA to create those artificial creatures.
Exactly, and the umbilical-like tubes that you see feeding the flesh and building up from the molecular level in this sequence reminds us that in this world there are three very important resources that are going to be at the core of the gameplay in the game. And divalite, which is the rarest and most difficult resource to harvest in the world, and we'll get more into that later. Water, of course, because the base of life is water. And then the third resource is titanium. And these resources will be available on the various planets that are part of our star system. We can move on to the next. In this image, you can see that that all of the clones, so us in the world, we start on a factory line. And you can recognize, for those of you who know Nox and love Nox, that this is the exact same DNA that made Nox. So all of the different hybrid monkeys in our world come from this same DNA. And we'll all look the same until we make something of ourselves and we really change. In the meantime, we're being created just like products to do a very specific role, which is one of the main themes of Beyond Good and Evil 2, the notion of predetermination versus free will. The predetermination is this oppressive corporate society that's
says that French shit, that fucking philosophy.
Made for nothing else. And then, of course, the pirates are completely opposed to that.
And yeah, on this image, you really see how much these new clones are considered as products.
You're talking more about concepts than they are about the game.
And on the next image, you even understand better this idea of a product. Because,
well, yeah, which is awesome.
Those new clones, those creepy chimera scientists are actually running a battery of tests on those new clones to see if they are
Chris,
actually,
then don't be an
as
ape.
perfect as possible. If there's no
just don't do it
in their creation, and only if they pass those different tests, they can go on to live their life as a clone. If not,
what happened?
They will be considered as
fucking comment.
And they will be basically thrown away. And we don't really know what happened to them, but some, of course, may die. Because Chimera doesn't care basically about default clone with default.
Exactly, and the other characters on this image, the technicians from Chimera Corp, are also clones, and these are playable characters as well. In this picture, we can see that once you get past the quality assurance tests, then they get shipped off to their wonderful new life as hybrid slaves, and they're going to go to one of the most dangerous sides of the planet to harvest divalite.
Yeah, exactly. These clones, these brand new clones, have been sold to Divalite Corp, the corporations that extract, harvest, and sells also divalite in this world. And they are using hybrid.
And they've really got full-blown concept.
The art later. And you can see now that they're on board one of those Divalite Corp ships, and they are wearing those yellow outfits that actually are the common outfits for those Divalite harvesters, those slaves that are working for Divalite Corp.
And they're basically being carted like cattle.
Yeah, exactly. And on the next image now we are outside of the ship, we are flying above Naraka. So as a reminder, Naraka is this very, very creepy place. It's actually a full size of Soma, Soma being one of the main planets of System 3. And basically this saddle planet is like a huge wasteland where you frequently have massive meteorite showers falling on the ground, breaking the ground of the planets, creating giant craters, and also creating those scary, huge rocky formations that you see here in the distance. You have to imagine that they're super
maybe
high,
getting a little too real for YouTube.
When you will pilot your ship, your pirate ship, in those rocky formations, you will have to basically go between them to
you can imagine
fly.
some cool space battles.
Also, but you can see that Naraka is really definitely not a welcoming place.
The concept art really makes me feel like this game is going to look really good. Because, you know, it's not going to look exactly the same, but it shows the scope that they're going for.
We say that those rock formations, they have names, like we give name to mountains. Over there, they give name to those creepy rock formations.
In the next image. So here we can see that now the hybrid slaves that we saw were being transported to the region of Naraka come specifically when there's a meteorite shower, and there will be a weather system in which we'll be able to predict. So Divalite, the corporation, knows exactly when they need to hit the ground running. And so they've airdropped the hybrid slaves onto Naraka, and they're basically running around between the meteorites as they're falling all around them, trying to grab the Divalite, which is created upon impact between the meteorites when they hit and the sulfur fields on the ground.
Yeah,
that's not safe.
Is super volatile, so basically it disappears like 15 seconds after its creation, so you have to be here right on the spot to collect it. And that's why our monkeys, our hybrid monkeys, slaves, are equipped with those big gloves like you see on Nox, those big yellow gloves, because it's only with these gloves that they can pick up the wallet, because you can't pick up the wallet with your bare hands. And once they have picked up the wallet in their hands, they have to stabilize it because it's super volatile, it will disappear, so they have to put it inside their backpack. They have a special compartment where it will be stabilized, and they will be, only if they collect the wallet, actually, they will be allowed to go back inside those ships.
I get this whole system on how they collect resources. Like,
yeah, I was about to say, there's so much details that they're going through. It's fucking
and if they don't get that
crazy.
just the right amount of diva light, then they just leave them to die, basically. Completely disposable.
And on the next image, you will see really
that's crazy. So these
kind of
meteors hit the ground,
that we want to have,
and in that moment it creates that resource. They have to go over, grab it with the glove, put it in the backpack,
monkeys, they have to run,
and like she said, they're disposable, so if they don't succeed, they just get left behind.
They have to be there. They have to be right under the meteorite when they start falling, because only at this moment they can.
I love that bleak, baby.
So that's why this pretty cool process is used, and that's why many hybrids, of course, always die in this process.
And it's an example also in our world of the way that the clones are manufactured specifically for that task. So they chose the hybrid monkeys because of their agility and also their strength. You can move on to the next image. And in this image, this is an example of a hybrid monkey who actually came into contact with the impact between the meteorite and the sulfur. And he's transformed instantaneously into a statue, a crumbling statue. And it's just a reminder of how horrible it is to be a hybrid slave in this world.
Yeah. On the next image, you're basically seeing what's left after a huge meteorite shower. You have all those dead hybrids. Just
I fucking love the lore.
And you can see that among those dead hybrids, some may still be alive, but badly wounded, and they have very few chances of survival, because there's basically nothing on this side of the planet. Like we said, it's a huge wasteland, so their chances of survival are very limited.
Yeah.
Right, so there's
You're supposed to hate it.
There are rumors again that some of these hybrids actually manage to get away. There might be secret refuges in which they can run to and hide and try to escape their fate. And if that doesn't happen, if we
I wonder if this can play part in your origin.
Then in this particular image, you can imagine being the pirate who would go into these fields and take the risk against Diva Light security, who continue to patrol the area. And so you as a pirate can sneak in and try and save the hybrid slaves who have not been killed by the different impacts.
Yeah, actually going there for pirates may be a way to recruit new crew members. They could also even try to collect Diva Light, but it's it's the best place basically to recruit new crew members and to save those slaves from their poor life and their poor destiny. Yeah. And on the next image,
he went a lot darker than I was expecting him to go. That's crazy.
It's French, baby.
Space. And so you have to imagine that the hybrid slave that we are now following has been saved. He's on board the ship. They've been taking care of him, and he's now getting better. And they are going to this bright location that you're seeing in the distance.
See, people bitched
for us. It's,
that this didn't have like gameplay or much gameplay, which I'm seeing that now. But I love all the shit they're talking about.
But we have more info to share about this later. And this very important layer is hidden inside an asteroid belt, so you have to know the coordinates of this place to actually find it and go there.
And of course, if you become a legendary pirate in this world, then this mothership could belong to you.
Yeah.
On the
will
next
become
image,
my ship.
So once you reach this famous or infamous pirate lair, depending on which side you're on, you're going to be initiated into the life of a space pirate. And so this is a really important moment for us as the player character. So you can imagine that you're this hybrid slave who just had this horrible life, and they bring you into this mysterious altar with this oracular type character who is going to welcome you and teach you about what it is to be a pirate.
Yeah, and her name is Primera.
Typical.
Yeah. And we're very proud to say that was the name that was given to us by the Space Monkeys.
Suggested, the Space Monkeys, and so of course you may see some connection with the famous AI. Segundo, yeah, there might be a connection with the famous AI from the first game. So she's a super old AI. You will see on the next image this skull, also of course a symbol of pirates. She's been there for a very long time, and she knows everything about System 3. She has a very, very deep knowledge of System 3. She may even know more than those guys from the corporations, you know. And
even if this wasn't a game, if it was like a book or a movie or something coming out, I'd be all about
like
it.
you say, when a pirate starts, we'll go there.
This is like fucking, they're trying to go scope and scale of like Star Wars or something. Like there's a lot of shit here.
Pretty crazy.
She will tell you about Moksha's Gate, very, very important for pirates. She will tell you about also the legendary crew, who's the Kini was the captain.
Nox, Callum, Uma, and of course Paige.
There is no banana for the monkey.
And tell you stories about this world, and you can talk to her freely and know more about this universe.
Yeah, and as an oracle, she has lost some of the knowledge of this world, and so part of our experience as a space pirate is to go about collecting, gathering knowledge, which will take the form of M-discs in the world, and that's also a reference to Beyond Good and Evil 1, and this very analog M-disc that are scattered all over System 3. Pirates, as they go through the world looting and looking for treasure and bounty hunting and asking as mercenaries and all the different play styles that they want to embrace in this world, one of the things that they can do is gather knowledge, and they can increase the knowledge for themselves, but also for the whole community by feeding Primera in this.
I'm gonna eat your brains, gain your knowledge.
On the next image, you have a nice close-up, and you see that this hybrid monkey is still wearing his slave outfit. And on the next image, you will see that it's now completely different. He's here on the foreground to the right of the image.
The shark guy.
He's now dressed as a pirate because now he has the freedom. Yeah, he has the freedom to dress the way he wants.
Exactly.
Yeah, it really has that that cyberpunk.
And the pirates also gave him
like style to it
to start his adventure. So you can imagine that now he has a ship, he has a jetpack, he has weapons. And even some money, because you need money also to start your life as a pirate. And now, as a player, you are free to explore this pirate lair, go meet other pirates, talk to them, maybe start having some quests, some missions. So this is really the beginning of the adventure for you as a space pirate.
And again, that's a wink and a smile at for fans of the first Beyond Good and Evil of the shark hybrid that you could see who's the barkeep. And we really love the mood of this, and again, our concept artists have done just a fantastic job, and we want to thank them for that. And we'll take a look at the last image. So once you become a pirate, and as Charlotte said, right up front, the idea is then you, as a space pirate, will go from being
I wanna be a shark guy,
slave, hybrid, clone, technician, anywhere in this world.
Chris doesn't want to be an ape, but you want to be a shark guy. I think.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna be an ape.
And if you want to, potentially you could now.
I don't know. Maybe you'll be able to make your own character.
Hybrid slave, like what we've seen at the beginning of this.
Maybe, yeah.
This little world update.
Because you're saying when you're a pirate, you can go down to that planet and fucking save those people.
It really helps projecting into how you're going to.
So they're not really being specific about who you are. Even the monkey character that they keep showing, he's got a name.
As a space pirate. We're seeing tons of questions on the chat.
And it was multiplayer too. It makes sense if you can make your own character.
Yeah, well, even when they were talking about the clones, they were talking about them as they said, well, you could do this, you could do.
Yeah.
So I mean,
it'll be able to be different animal hybrids.
Ambiguous about it, yeah.
That'd be fucking
sick. Able to answer everything because we don't have all the answers yet. Now, something else that we wanted to talk about that I mentioned during the agenda earlier
but it'll be uploaded.
The partnership with Hit Record. So if you've been following us for a while, you should be very aware that.
What's up, Jeremy? Yeah, we did that at the very beginning.
And basically, the initial idea for us was we were seeing tons.
And we are very excited for it. Looked awesome.
2, and we were thinking, okay, all these people have great talent. How do we get them to be with us as part of this adventure that Beyond Good and Evil 2 is? And Hit Record provided a great frame for that. We've been very humbled by all the results that we got.
It'll be up.
Totally selected a total of 15
like after we're done with the stream. Last time was up in like 2 hours, which wasn't bad.
It's been fantastic what you guys have done. We actually showcased some of them into the gameplay demo 6 months ago. We're going to go through some of them and check out what you guys have been doing, and then we have something to announce.
That's it. So in this video, you will see many great
look at that.
that we put actually
very Fifth Element.
So this one is actually a very, very nice billboard, kind of touristic ad to choose you to go visit Ganesha City. Next one.
It's a gorgeous fresco. Yeah, this one is absolutely gorgeous. And again, everyone just completely got the meaning and what they're trying to express. Yeah. This is an example of hybrid primitive art, and they're drawing the Moksha Gate.
So they're having audio issues like we do. Can't hear them talking.
And this is the huge geoglyphs that we want to add. We want to have several of them on the side, on Soma actually. And when you're flying above Soma, inside your spaceship,
I love that she's standing on the wing.
It teases you to actually get closer to the ground and maybe find, I don't know, a secret entrance to a temple or maybe a secret chest or something like this. So.
And visual
They're
art is only
dreaming
part of
big,
what you
dude.
guys have been collaborating
Yeah, it's
on.
awesome.
We also
It doesn't
have
look
some
like an
great
Ubisoft
music
game.
and want
It looks like
to
its own
showcase
thing. It's
some
awesome.
More of that. If you've not seen all of it, you can go to hitrecord.org/bggame and check out more. But we made a selection that you can check out right now with music on.
Oh yeah, it's a program where you can contribute. All the punk rock stuff. Racist propaganda.
Two really quick commentaries about what you guys just saw. First of all, the it was pretty quick, but we saw the album covers, which were something that we wanted to do, but that spontaneously the Space Monkeys that contributed to the Hit Record
I noticed
collaboration did for us, and we're hoping that that'll be part of one of the quests in the game to collect the albums and the different music produced by the Space Monkeys. And we also wanted to say specifically that that every day, whether we're developing the game or testing the demo, we are listening to your tunes and your tracks. And
dude, why don't you
they're
make a
just
song?
spot on. We absolutely are thrilled by all those
Could.
collaborations.
Yes.
Yeah, and I want to add that we are really proud of that collaboration. It's something that's very new to us. It's a step that we made with you guys. It's a test, and that's a success for us. This initial partnership with our friends at Record. So it's a success, and what we want to say today is that we're really proud that we officially announced that there will be an extension to this partnership. We will give the details of this partnership on this extension in the next few weeks, but rest assured that we are continuing this program. And again, I cannot stress how proud we are to be concretely working.
See, I didn't know what's going on already.
Putting your
They announced the last E3 and people.
I know they announced it. I didn't
see about it.
I didn't know it was happening already. Though. I thought it was going to happen while the game was like later in its development.
Also, in the initial phase
I'll
of,
have to go check that
our
out.
collaboration, as Charlotte said, we got many contributions. We selected some of them, but many others are
tough.
really great. It was a tough job. We will be reviewing again this initial artworks and contribution because we are sure that there are still some many great things to find in there. We will also issue new projects and new challenges to you guys so that you can contribute with new assets, new contributors. So new contributors are always welcome in this partnership. So whether you like writing, painting, drawing, making music, etc.
I love that it's so many different things. So if you have like a forte, you still contribute. Although I get people's criticism
We
of
should probably just remind them that is a collaboration.
having people
that what
essentially
makes
work
it
for you
so
for
special,
free, but at the same
is that
time,
it's not just an
if you know what you're getting into,
contribution to
you're
the
contributing to a
world.
game and your
It's
asset could be in that
it's really
game.
the Space
So
Monkeys
some
working
exposure.
together through the Hit Record
hopefully
system
they're
to
exposing
create
you, but still you can still go,
these
that's
are-
mine, I made
So
that,
there's
which
a
I think is kind of
highly
cool.
contributive process, creative process that we really like, and so we are continuing with that.
Yeah.
So just a quick hello to our friends at Hit Record. Thank you for all the work, and we are really looking forward to continue building this partnership with you, with the community, to create some more and more great stuff that will end up in BGNE2.
Yep, we'll be sharing more details about that on bggame.com and also on hitrecord.org/bggame. I'm also being told that the sound was too loud in the video and you could not hear what I said earlier, but we were basically just mentioning how happy we were with everything that we got from you guys, and the quality of it has been amazing. Last but not least, I talked about a small surprise earlier when going through the agenda. So this is our one last thing, and I'll leave you with that video.
You know. When your mama won't go, you know. Come mama go garage. And so, hey man, what seems to be the problem? I'll go ahead and tow you to the mama go garage.
Man, what a jump from that to this.
Esau, got a Speedcraft motor here together. A Speedcraft motor. No problem.
Why are rhinos Jamaican?
I don't know. Why are fucking trolls or the hell in WoW?
So well, that was a huge.
Rastas.
Sorry, that was an amazing trip down memory lane for all of us who absolutely fell in love with this game, and in fact, many of us who actually joined Ubisoft because we loved that game so much. And those were some of the most fun characters from the original Beyond Good and Evil. And
now we have a reveal of the new design of the new Mamagos. Actually, one of the characters from the Mamago family, Mamago clan. So here it is.
Damn.
Yeah, another
huge difference.
So detailed.
Yeah. Cool Jamaican vibe. So the Mamagos.
Yeah, it came out a while ago.
They will be super important for you as a space pirate because they are basically running several garages where pirates will be able to freely go to fine-tune their spaceships, buy new engines, new parts, exactly. Exactly. So this will be very, very. There will be important characters for you to go talk to, and you can imagine that there will be, of course,
Got them Total Recall hands.
Very colorful, exciting characters.
Start the reactor.
To actually show you these guys.
No.
Open your mind.
And we're gonna get one final look because not only.
That was abrupt.
Yeah, they're running the stream worse than we are, so fucking. That gives me some confidence. The fucking realism they're going for is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Damn, son. See all Mama go fucking
Put
ass.
that away.
Mama go Bumbo. Damn.
That's good animation.
Yeah. Who hit that guy?
So yeah, you've just seen it.
That's how they work there?
3D modeling.
That's crunch, baby.
That is going to
Pop!
be the base to create all our Mamago characters. But not only. What's super interesting is that of course you will have other Rhino hybrid in the game that will have completely different
Rhino buns.
jobs.
Right.
They share the same DNA.
They share the same DNA strains, so you will see other type of Rhino character.
Right.
In the game.
So in addition to being members of Mamago, some of the other hybrid rhinos are used as slaves by other corporations, and they are completely playable characters. So if you want to play one of those badass rhinos, you can.
There you go.
Space pirate rhino. That's
fucking cool. Yep.
So there you have it. Space Monkey report number 5 is coming to an end. I just want to say thank you everybody for helping.
That's
us
fucking
in the
cool.
live stream.
They're able to
Full team out there.
play different
Alex,
shit.
Xavier, Mary,
Earlier he
Kevin,
said something about
Loic, and also
when he's talking
all
about
of
the slave
floor
apes
over
too. He
there,
said that
the
they're
dev team,
playable.
concept artists,
So
And all over the world.
makes sense.
Thank you guys for making
So
us
if
look
playing
good.
multiplayer makes sense, that everybody can be their own thing.
And also thank you, Space Monkeys,
That's
for
awesome.
looking, watching the stream and
Telling me
we'll be
that's
sure
low
to
key one of
be
my most
answering
hyped
your
games.
questions, shortly
I
that
haven't
you've
seen
asked
enough
them.
on it,
Hashtag
but
not too
everything
late, you
fucking
can
hearing
still
about
ask
it.
them and we'll be
Honestly, the
reviewing
ideas
them,
are
next
100%
couple
there.
days.
And
And we'll
visually,
see you
it
next
looks
time
awesome.
live
Yeah.
from our new studio.
Thank you.
They just gotta
Thanks, everyone.
do it.
Bye-bye.
Damn. All right.
The first running that stream was fucking not as awesome as they could have been. Pretty much already said it, but I am more excited for that than I was, so that's a good thing. And they didn't even show gameplay. The amount of attention to detail with the character designs, the world design, the lore, the amount of work they put into just like how those slaves are essentially cloned and made just for that one thing, shows that these guys are thinking of a fucking universe full of stories and lore to tell, and that's really exciting because you're not really getting that from like a lot of AAA games from like Ubisoft or anybody really. So that's something I expect from, you know, like The Witcher or some kind of RPG. So that's fucking awesome. I also love the idea of just how bleak and futuristic this game is without really seeming like other sci-fi games. I love that all the characters are clones essentially, and they're hybrids based off of the idea of being human, but also like humanoid, but also having attributes of animals. I mean, like, I don't know, that game's like right up my alley. Everything I'm hearing about it sounds awesome. Sounds like it's made for me. It's got multiplayer. They keep talking about, you know, exploring and like going from place to place with your ship, eventually working your way up to owning, you know, some crazy ship. Exploration they kept talking about though, with like the fucking that ship that you need to know the coordinates of where it's at to find it. I don't know, it just sounds awesome. And they all, none of them, and I don't only watch them that one time, but none of them seemed like they were trying to sell me a fucking game. They all sound like they were into this.
For sure.
Like they like the first game, they love it, they know people love it, and they're trying to make an awesome game, and they don't seem doubtful either. Like, you know, we're just hoping it's gonna be awesome. They're just like, this, you know, this is this world, this is what, like, it sounds like they're confident what the fuck they're doing.
For sure.
Which is awesome.
Well, and with the whole communication system they have set up with, I don't know if it was a forum or something they have set up for that. You know, they're listening to people's ideas, and they're you know, obviously responding to them in kind, and then with that creative system, it feels like the game is bigger than them at that point. It is like everybody's game.
Yeah.
You know,
which is neat. It's interesting, neat, especially with the game this scale, this AAA, having input. Normally it's like an indie game or some kind of weird little pet project, or like a Media Molecule game that on purpose from the beginning is like set up to be a communal game, whereas this is like a big ass AAA game that is seeking community input, which is kind of unheard of, really.
Yeah. Wow.
The only time I can think of something like that was that EverQuest Next game that never fucking got made.
That got dropped. But
I don't want to be a rhino. You gone be a rhino, boy. That's how Chris talks.
I mean, really, the only thing I want to say is it. You know, obviously not 100% sold yet, because got to see, you know, more practical like gameplay aspect of it. But I am loving everything they've shown so far. They're on the right track to make, I think, what could be just an absolute amazing game.
We saw a fucking chick driving around on a hover bike in a city that wasn't quite popular, but had vehicles driving around. If you can make a clone fucking hybrid shark boy riding that fucking hover bike, it'd be sick.
Standing on the wing of something while
There's
flying around.
There's not a game out there like that.
No, it's crazy. So the scale's big. They're thinking big. Very cool. Not to be, you know, pessimistic or whatever, but it is kind of a scary place for them to be. It's really easy to start going, we got this huge idea, and then, you know, not deliver on it. And I don't think that's going to be the case, but it is definitely, you know, something to be concerned about as well when it comes to something this big. So
yeah.
But yeah,
Beyond Good and Evil 2, damn baby.
I think with that, you know, let us know in the comments below your thoughts about Beyond Good and Evil 2. Are you excited about it? Have you been keeping up with these dev streams? Is there anything we should know or watch on this? We love suggestions and do our best to get to them. But I think that's going to do it for this stream. TLG Reacts. Come back very soon. E3 coming around the corner. Seth's going to be doing stuff. I'm going to be doing stuff. We're going to be doing all sorts of stuff. It's going to be busy. We're going to be tired. It's going to be worth it. So feel free to come hang out for the live streams. Check out, I think, you know, Seth, like I said, Seth's got a bunch of plans. I don't want to really speak for him too much on that. And yeah.
We're going to be winging it. You're going to be doing the more consistent thing of streaming. I'm going to try and find a way to get in on those streams. From my phone, which will fucking suck, but we'll see how that works. And then yeah, I got vlogs planned.
Yeah.
So I got shit to play.
And if you are familiar with what's going on at E3 or in the booths and stuff like that, you have any suggestions for Seth while he's there? I'm sure he'd love to hear them.
Play Cyberpunk 2077. It's behind closed doors. Get behind those closed doors.
Get in that door. So
kick the fucking door in.
And Chris is gonna try to help too, though. You're gonna show up way too late.
Well, my original plan on I don't know if iPhone has it or not, but on Android you can multitask and shit. Oh yeah, I was looking up apes. And I was gonna essentially have YouTube and Google Hangouts up at the same time, which I can do on my phone, which is pretty cool. At the top it's Google Hangouts, at the bottom it's YouTube. And so I was gonna do a Google Hangouts with Chevy while watching on my phone. The only problem is with OBS, for him to be able to show me and him at the same time, we'd have to figure something out. So there's a couple hurdles in the way, but my phone can do it. It's just a matter of translating that into the stream. So, and yeah, at the very least, I could, like you were saying, through Discord, do voice chat. That'd actually be very easy to do.
Yeah.
Or through Google Hangouts, even though now I want to throw that out the window, because if we do go through an audio only route, we would just do Discord.
Yeah,
that just makes way more sense.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a really good suggestion, actually. If we do that, Psycho thought of that. And yeah, because I Chevy's gonna be sitting here doing the streams on his own. Chris won't be here yet to join in on that. So I'd like to help Chevy have someone to talk to outside of the chat. So
yeah.
Plus, I'm gonna be sitting in a fucking car Saturday. So for most of Saturday.
Unfortunately, I think the only thing really on Saturday is EA, so it'll be a pretty easy day, being only one conference versus the next 2 days are going to be rough. And Monday, I have to work, and then come home, and I think it's either 2 or 3 conferences. So
your streams will be late. So, and then I'll be releasing stuff without a schedule, so just keep an eye out. And then also, if I can, and by can, like technically if I can, because I want to, if I can't do reactions to the full presentations with you, me and Cody will do it, and I will upload those.
Yeah.
So you guys will be getting a shitload of fucking content next week.
Yeah. So sorry about your sub boxes in advance. So
yeah.
But yeah. Anything else you want to add before we wrap this up?
Just want to thank everybody who hung out during the stream. We always appreciate that. It's fun to talk with you guys, and anybody watching this after the fact, come join the streams. They're not typically scheduled very well, but if you see it pop up, join the Discord as well, so you know when we go live. You get an E3 B-roll for vids. I am gonna do some big production shit. If you have watched the travel vlogs I've done, just because I like editing and filming stuff, I make those. I'm going to be doing similar stuff to that. So my initial plan, going behind the scenes a bit, is from leaving Washington down to California, I'm going to film a lot of shit. And then before E3, I'm going to film some shit. And we're going to do a preemptive before E3 vlog that I will do some production on. And then if I can swing it, I'm going to try and make a vlog every single day that I'm at E3. And then if we end up going to Six Flags, which I really want to fucking do, I'm probably going to film that as well. And use my 3D or 360 camera on rides if I can swing that as well, because that'd be fucking cool. So I got a lot of plans. I got a lot of stuff ahead of me. I'm already planning soundtracks and fucking shots and all sorts of shit. So, and I'm going to be doing all on my laptop, and I'm bringing 3 cameras for it. So
yeah, I think you need to be up in about 4.5 hours now.
Yeah.
So
I got a hair appointment.
Yeah. Be ready for that. So
yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Thanks for hanging out. And just, friendly reminder that we do have a Discord. Link is down below. We have audio-only versions on iTunes and Spotify and all other podcast platforms. We also don't forget our PlayStation Plus games, which are the Borderlands, the Handsome collection. I'm getting that completely wrong.
Handsome Monterey Jack collection.
Yeah. Comes with Borderlands 2 and the
Pepper Jack.
the
cheese
pre-sequel, and then Sonic Mania come back at the end of the month for Plus Club, and talk with us about that. And then we have our game of the month picked by Chris, Path of Exile. Play that, come back at the end of the month, and talk with us about that as well.
And like, subscribe, and share us with your grandma.
Especially your grandma. She's going to love it. Especially the whole bleak Beyond Good and Evil part.
And the excessive use of the word fuck.
Yes. And with that, my name is Chevy.
I'm Seth.
And we'll see you guys next time, all right?